Hello. Hiya guys, it's been a while. Been a long time. In my very own new pad with the Man City scarf behind me. Here to do a live stream today. Very good to see you all. Something I want to talk about a new signing that's been made. Well, it was on the verge of being made, I hear. Massive news for Manchester City. It's happened last night late. I kind of woke up to see it this morning. That Erling Haaland, the Borussia Dortmund striker, for me, one of the best strikers in the world right now, is on the verge of joining the club. We've activated his release clause, which I believe is a 75 million pound fee, 5-year contract, 500 grand a week he'll be getting apparently. I think that's, if I'm going to be honest, I think that's a lot of money for a 21-year-old. I think kind of dropped that a bit, put it to 200 grand a week. I think it's far too much money to be given to a 21-year-old. I know he's good, he's world class, but it's a lot of money, 500 grand a week, but it's probably worth it overall. I mean, if it is believed to be the 75 million, I think it's 75 million, well, I don't know what it is in euros, but it's an absolute bargain, isn't it, for a player of that quality. So I guess the 500 grand a week doesn't really matter. It's the release clause we are going to activate. Apparently terms are being agreed. I don't know if this is all true, but there's a lot of sources that are reporting it are true, reliable ones as well. And apparently it's going to be done for next season, so it'll be the end of this season, basically when the July window opens, and apparently he's going to be a City player. I hope it's true, because I remember I said, I done in my last video I done a while back, I were crying out for goals, more goals, crying out for that number 9, which we lack. You've seen plenty of times this season, balls are getting pinned in the box and there's no one there. It's been frustrating to watch at times. It was kind of a prime example against Liverpool at the weekend. No one on the end of the balls. I think this is going to help us massively if it's done. It's what we're crying out for. We nearly got Harry Kane last season, as we all know. Haaland will strengthen us, he'll make us better, and we'll score more goals. I think if we get this signing, it's a massive statement of intent to sign. I know he's 21, he's already a world-class striker. You look at his goals for Dortmund and Norway, his goal-to-game ratio is phenomenal, but obviously the question is can he do it in the Premier League? It's different to the Bundesliga. Hopefully he can. It is a step up. You've seen over the years plenty of times players have come to the Premier League, they've struggled from abroad, but you've seen some players do well. You look at Torres at Liverpool, Suarez at Liverpool, Aguero at Man City, so it's kind of one of them. Drogba at Chelsea, there's loads, but you've seen some flop. Morata at Chelsea, I think off the top of my head, strikers that have come to the Premier League and flopped from Europe. Morata's the best one I can think of. He was really disappointing for Chelsea. So we've got some comments here. Morning mate from Chris Welsh. Morning to you mate, thank you for joining, hope you were well. Glad Haaland made his move, needs to prove himself in a better league. Yeah, it does, to be fair. He's only 21 still. This is going to be a huge step up for him, a big, massive move in his career, massive part. It's a good age as well, 21, because he'll only get better. I hope he does do it. As I say, it's going to be tough, it won't be easy. He's coming to a better league, you can say a more physical league, so it won't be as easy as the Bundesliga. But hopefully he'll do well. We all know his qualities. We all know he's one of the best finishers in the world. One-on-one he never misses. He's a very mobile striker as well. He's strong. He's a big unit for a 21-year-old. He's very his physique's amazing. He's rapid. He's so powerful. He's quite quick as well. I think he'll be a hit in the Premier League personally. I can't see him coming over and flopping. I just can't. I think he's too good, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a good move for him. It's a massive move in his career. Bundesliga is like Liga 1, a lollipop league. Yeah, I agree. It's probably a bit better than Liga 1, but the standard's nowhere near at the heights of the Premier League. I even think La Liga has dropped down loads now. It's not what it used to be. The Premier League is by far the best league in the world with the best teams. It's where players want to play now. You know, you look at a big player now like a Haaland, Mbappe. I know he might be joining Madrid, but you look at these superstars, they'll want to join two teams, either Liverpool or Man City, the two best teams in the world for me. They're the teams to join. It used to be Real Madrid, Barcelona, but it's not that anymore. If a superstar wants to join a team, now he joins Liverpool or Man City for me. The signing will send City further away from rest. I haven't seen the rest of that comment, mate. You just put the rest. I can see the first part of it. The signing will send City from rest along. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. I think it'll be a massive signing for us. Like I've said to plenty of people, he addressed it in the last video I done a while back. Manchester City need that world-class striker. We can't keep playing with a false nine all the time. I know Guardiola likes it, but as I say, you've watched me. I've watched nearly every game this season, probably every one. I've seen balls being pinned in the box, and there's just no one there in the end of it. You kind of saw it a few times against Liverpool on Saturday. If we'd have had that striker, we'd have probably got an equaliser, and the game would have been extra time. Do you know what I mean? We were shocking first half though. We deserved to lose just based on the first half, which we did. Along with us, yeah, definitely. I think Liverpool and Man City are just head and shoulders above the rest, really. It's not even up for debate. I think Chelsea are probably the closest, but they're not as good. When you look at their mess they're in at the moment, if they don't get a new owner, the club could be turned upside down. But yeah, if we sign Haaland, our depth will be as good as Liverpool's. I think Liverpool are in front of us in terms of squad depth at the moment and overall quality. But if we do sign Haaland, it's going to improve us so much. As I say, like you look at Jesus, another player, he's never really done it, has he? I mean, he's a good player, Jesus, always puts in a graft. He scored a good goal against Liverpool last week, but he's not been a consistent goal scorer for us. He's still only fairly young as well. But with Haaland, we all know he can score goals. It is a step up from Bundesliga, absolutely. And obviously the question is, will he perform the same sort of level in the Premier League? We'll see, but I believe he can. I think you look at him for Norway as well, playing for a poor national team. He always scores for them, always. And that's a shit national team, isn't it? This will be massive for us, if it's true, which I hope it is. But from what I've seen, the reports I've read it on, they are reliable sources, and it's actually been talked about a lot lately that he's close to joining. But apparently it's pretty much done now. The player wants to move himself. I think Dortmund know he's going to leave and join us. I think it'll be confirmed when the window opens. I do think he's going to sign. I just think we're only going to get that striker we've wanted. We all thought it would be Harry Kane, it wasn't. Because Tottenham were very awkward about the price. I think it's Levy, it's always awkward. But I much prefer Haaland over Kane. You could argue Kane's proven in the Premier League, yes he is. But you look at the age difference. Haaland's 21, Kane's 28, 29. I knew I'd rather have. You've got to think about it for the future, you know. We get a good few years out of Kane. With Haaland, we could get a good 10 years out of him. You sign Haaland, City versus Liverpool, for everything over the next 5 years. Yeah, definitely, mate. Over the next 5 years. Yeah. If we make this signing, Man City, Liverpool have got an amazing team as well. Diaz has been great for Liverpool. He will be another future star in the making. So you look Salah, Mane, Diaz, Firmino, Jota, really good player. Man City, Liverpool will dominate the league for years. I can't see anyone coming close. Even if Newcastle spend a fair bit, which people are expecting, it'll take them a while to take off, you know. It's a process. Chelsea, I just don't see it with the mess they're in. Man United are absolutely miles off. They're a mess. Liverpool and Man City will dominate the league for years. Yeah, Kane staying at Tottenham now. I think he'll be at Tottenham for the rest of his career now, mate. I don't see him going. I think he had the chance to move last summer. It didn't happen. He wanted to move himself. It didn't happen because of his club. And I think if we sign Haaland, which we will, the Kane transfer will be fine, be put to bed, and he'll be at Tottenham forever. But that's what Tottenham decided. If he'd really wanted to move to us, he'd have pushed it more himself, I believe. But he didn't. Maybe he was happy to stay at Tottenham. It is his club. It's the club he supports. So yeah, I agree. I think we'll beat Tottenham for the rest of his career, pretty much. But I don't think he'll win a trophy. It's a shame because he'll be like another Alan Shearer. He'll be a phenomenal striker, consistent goal scorer. Could end up being a Premier League all-time goal scorer. But it'd be like Alan Shearer. He won't win a trophy in his career. He'll retire and he'll win nothing. But these players just make them decisions to stay at the boyhood clubs. Sometimes you've got to think about what you're going to retire with. Do you want to win trophies, or do you want to have the honour of playing for your boyhood club? It's all about trophies, definitely, yeah. For me, yeah, I agree. It's all about trophies. He'll never win anything at Tottenham. Tottenham will never win anything, they never do. There's a reason why they're called bottle jobs, But that's the choice he's made. And it was a shame of Alan Shearer when he played. He never left Newcastle, and he never won anything. He retired with nothing. Obviously, he got a load of goals, obviously, but retired with no medals, trophies, anything. He did win a title at Blackburn, to be fair. I keep forgetting that, but he won nothing with Newcastle. It is all about trophies these days. Sometimes, like you look at Grealish, boyhood Villa fan. Villa was his club. He loved Villa. He left Villa to join us, Man City, to win trophies. And he's probably going to do that this season already in his first season. Would he have done it with Aston Villa? Probably not. But he did get stick off Villa fans when he joined us. Why did you leave your boyhood club, you traitor, scumbag, whatever. But at the end of the day, as much as he was a Villa lad, he made that move. He took the huge gamble. Well, not gamble. He took the move. You could say it was a gamble because with the backlash he'd have had, but made the move, and now in his first season, he'll definitely get a winner's medal or a trophy. And when he retires in years to come, he'll look back at that, not at how many goals or assists he got for Villa, or about finishing 7th in the Premier League with Villa, massive. That's why I don't put Shearer and Kane in my all-time 11 in Premier League. Yeah, same with me, mate. It's all about winning trophies. You look at, obviously, Kane and Shearer will be the best Premier League strikers ever, no doubt about it. But Kane will go down as one of the best Shearer has. Letizia at Southampton, another one. Never left Southampton. He was an unbelievable player, but he never left because he never wanted to leave his boyhood club. But yeah, you look at the all-time best strikers in the Premier League with won trophies: Aguero, Henry, Rooney. I'm trying to think. Off the top of my head. Van Nistelrooy. You could even say Carlos Tevez won the title with City United. You could even, I know it's a totally random, like them top calibre strikers. Robbie Fowler won trophies with Liverpool. I put Henry, Aguero, Rooney above them. Same with me, mate. I think they're the three. Drogba as well at Chelsea, another one. He was amazing. He was an absolute handful. But the strikers Chris has mentioned there, Henry, Aguero, Rooney, I don't think you can argue past them. All three of them strikers won trophies consistently. Aguero done it with City, won the Premier League a good few times. Henry done it with Arsenal back when they were good. Obviously they're not now. And Rooney done it consistently with United. Not even up for debate. On all, Kane will look back in years to come is, I finished in the top 4 with Tottenham. That'll be his achievement, I got Tottenham to a top 4 finish. Or I got Tottenham to a Champions League final, but we got beat. Don't look back at that. I reckon we will make Bellingham as our main priority. I'm guessing that means. Yeah, I think Bellingham at Liverpool is a good shout. But I think Liverpool have got quality midfielders already. It'd be a good signing, obviously. You'd probably get in the team. But Liverpool have got amazing midfielders already. You look at Thiago, Fabinho, Henderson, Curtis Jones. He's improved so much this season. Thiago, he's looked class. I knew he'd be a good signing, but he's really stepped it up this season. Who have I missed off there? They've got amazing midfielders, Liverpool. But if they did get Bellingham, he'd improve the team even more on the squad depth. And he'd probably get in the team, you'd say. He's such a young talent. I mean, he's one of them players, he's once in a generation talent. You've got to, if he comes available to sign, you sign him, simple as that. I'd have him at Man City. No doubt about it, I'll take Haaland and Bellingham, but we'll only get one. I'm happy with Haaland. Bellingham at Liverpool, yeah, could happen. Especially if Liverpool win the title of the Champions League this season, we'll only want to make him sign for Liverpool even more. Keita as well, that's who I was thinking. That's what I mean, Liverpool are stacked with midfielders. He was good he played against us last week, I think, in the 2-2 draw. Chris will put me right on this. And he looked good. Thiago was good against us the other day. He was amazing. Proper, I don't know who he was up against, Fernandinho, and Bernardo, but he definitely got the better of them. Real time for Dortmund losing players, yeah. I think, but the thing is with Dortmund, they sold Lewandowski in the past. They do have a habit of losing players, but they also replace them as well. They're known for that, aren't they? But it will hit them hard losing Bellingham and Haaland. Keita finally taking injury-free vaccine. Yeah, he's done well this season. Well, I don't know if it's Chris will know more than me. He was watched Liverpool more than I had, but he was good against. I do believe he did play against us last week. I know Thiago was good in the cup match the other day. I think it was. I think he came on against us in the league. He might have played against us in the cup the other day. I know Thiago played well against us in one of the matches, whether it was the league or the cup match, and I know Keita did as well. Chris will put me right. But yeah, he's obviously stepped his game up, probably about time as well, you could say, with his age. But Liverpool, I think, are blessed with so many good midfielders. It's definitely one of the strengths. The squad depth's unbelievable. It's definitely better than ours right now, I admit. If we do get Haaland though, I think we'll be on par. You know, we need that striker. We need that striker so much. Jesus is more of a winner for me. He does a better graft on the win. He played on the win against Liverpool. He was fantastic in the league match. He got a goal as well. Put in a good performance. He done well. We've got so many winners, us, Man City, so many midfielders, but we need a striker. We've got the young Liam Delap doing well for the under-23s, but he's not ready to make that step up yet. In a few years, maybe. I think what Liam Delap needs next season is a low move to a championship club like a Millwall or a Blackburn, or even a Middlesbrough, and ban some goals in the championship, get that experience. I think the best thing you can do for young players is loan them out to championship clubs rather than play them in the under-23s team. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me there. Played in the cup against you. It was a cup match. I'm thinking of the league match. I think Thiago was good against us in the league. I know he was good in one of the matches. Keita was really good at the weekend. I thought the whole Liverpool midfield were good against us. I thought Fabinho was good in both matches. See, we had Fernandinho and Bernardo on Saturday. Wasn't the best. De Bruyne, when he played in the league match against Liverpool, he was phenomenal. He was absolutely class, but sadly he was injured for the cup match. He was on the bench, but he never came on. I'm surprised he was even named on the bench, because I thought he was ruled out, but he was named on the bench. He even warmed up a few times. I think we were all thinking he was going to come on, but he never did. Hopefully he'll be fit for Brighton on Wednesday, for the Brighton match. You've got that Julian Alvarez as backup. Yeah, mate, we do, and it's been confirmed yesterday, I think. He's going to come back to us in pre-season. River Plate have said his club he's on loan at, who we signed him off, they've said he won't stay there at the end of this season. He'll go to Man City and he'll fight for a place. And that'll be really good. We could be getting 2 strikers in the summer. We've gone from none to getting 2, which is amazing. We'll have Haaland, world-class striker, and we'll have Alvarez, who's tipped to be really good. He's very young himself. I think he's the same age as Haaland, 21. He'll end up being world-class Alvarez. He's hardly thought of in Argentina. He's even been tipped as the next Aguero. He plays for the Argentina national team, starts every game for them, so he must be good. I'm excited to see what he does. He'll come back next season. Whether we loan him out, I don't know, but I think he'll stay and he'll fight for a place. Gives us more depth as well. Paul Football Blue knows, hello mate, how are you doing? Hi mate, I'm good. Hope you're well. Hope you're well too, pal. Hope you're doing well, mate. Very nice to see you. Shame about Birmingham City losing 6-1 to Blackpool. I don't think it's looking good. Hopefully, they'll sort the manager situation. I'll probably sack the current manager, get a better one in. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you, pal. City need a left back and striker for me. Yeah, we do, mate. I think that striker being Haaland, which is looking more than likely now. Left back, I do like Cancelo left back, to be honest. I think he's done really well there. What's so good about Cancelo is he can play left back and right back, but when he's played at left back this season, he's been amazing. I like Cancelo left back, mate. I know he is mainly a right back, no one has, but he's really done well at left back this season. I keep him there personally. I love Walker at right back as well. Zinchenko's a good backup left back. He didn't do too well against Liverpool the other day, but it was his first game in 3 months, and I think his head will have been all over about Ukraine, which is understandable. If we do sign a left back, I don't know who we'd sign. You're trying to think who's available now. Reguilon from Tottenham. Ajax have got a good one, Tagliafico. He's alright. We could do with a left back, yeah. But I must admit, I really like Cancelo at left back. I think he's amazing. I love Walker at right back. Kyle Walker's getting on a bit now, but he's still an amazing player for me. He was a big loss the other day. We missed him. I do like Cancelo left back a lot. You need one more fullback. Well, yeah, that's fair, mate. Yeah, we do. Obviously, we lost one of our fullbacks, which I will talk about. We ended up losing one for not good reasons. I didn't rate him anyway. I never did. I thought he was terrible. He only turned up when he wanted to. I do like Zinchenko. I think what you've got to think about Zinchenko is that his head will be a mess of what's happened with his country. He won't be at the same mindset as what he was. And I think playing against Liverpool the other day for him will have been a big thing. His first game in a long time. We could do another fullback, yeah. But you're just trying to think of what left backs are available now. You could say we could maybe do with a right back, because Walker's 31, 32 now, but I love Walker, he's class. I think he's been amazing since we signed him. We've got Pedro Porro loaned out to Sport in Lisbon, but I think that's going to be made a permanent deal. We've got Jan Couto, another good young right back. He's on loan at Braga in Portugal. We've got plenty of options. I don't think we're short or we're lacking, maybe we could do another fullback, yeah. I'm very happy with our left back choices. I do like Cancelo's the main man and Zinchenko's the backup. But I think the main priority, as we all know, is a world-class striker, and apparently we're doing that. We're getting it done. It's all but done. Buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. If this deal gets done, I'll be one happy man. He's one of the best players in the world as well, really. I mean, people talk about the future Ballon d'Or winners. The two names that always get mentioned for me, Mbappe and Haaland. I think they are the two best in the world right now, maybe. I know Haaland's been injured a bit, hasn't he? But, God, if we sign him, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. I'm definitely doing a video on it. Like the City scarf in the background there, guys. This is my new place I'm living at. Love it. Such a lovely place. You've already got Walker, Cancelo, Zinchenko. Yeah, we do. It's that's a good point, Chris. It's 3 fullbacks. It's quite worrying when you look at it like that. You've just said it yourself there. But when you've looked at this season, Ake's played left back sometimes and he's done well there. I thought, like the other night against Atletico, he came on at left back and he put in a really good shift. But he's known to be a centre back, isn't he? Laporte even plays left back sometimes. But we could probably do another fullback. I do know what you're saying there, because obviously you've got Walker, who's the only right back at the club. Well, I know Cancelo plays there as well, but he's played on the left all season. I think Zinchenko's a good backup. He's not really a main starter. He's a good backup though. I think that's what Zinchenko's known to be. We probably could do another fullback. I'm just trying to think of what options are out there at the moment. As I mentioned, you got the Ajax left back, Taliafico, he's good. I do like the Tottenham mod Regulon. I think Bayern Munich have got Lucas Hernandez, he's alright. We're actually linked with him. I did a video about it a few years back. We were close to signing him, but it never happened. I would have said Luca Digne, but he joined Aston Villa. I was always a fan of him. I think a few people know that. I mean, you look at Liverpool's fullbacks, for example, they've got Robertson to Miskas, who's a good cover, really good cover for Robertson. He always plays well to Miskas, I believe, whenever he plays for Liverpool. They've got Trent and the young lad Williams loaned out, or James Milner, who can play there. So I think Liverpool definitely beat us in that department. Because if you get an injury to Walker or Cancelo, then you're lacking, yeah, we are, mate. If we lose one of them two, we're fucked, aren't we? I mean, what do you do? Obviously, you saw it the other day, who was out, it was Walker against Liverpool. We moved Cancelo to right back. Zinchenko hadn't played in 3 months or whatever, and he was told to go and put in a performance against a quality Liverpool team. He didn't have the best of games, which was understandable. You got to think about his mindset of what's happening in his country, and it was probably a lot to ask for. Personally, I thought Arcade played left back, but he didn't. He played centre back. But yeah, if we lose one of them, we're fucked, aren't we? Especially the end of the season now, with a title race being as close as it is. Big Champions League games coming up against Real Madrid. 2 massive games. We could do with all our players being fit. I think Walker's actually back for the Brighton match, I hope. I think De Bruyne is as well. I think we've got a full fit squad nearly. I hope we do, because we need it. We need all our players fit now. Can't have any injuries. Business end of the season now. We need a full fit squad all the time. You look at Liverpool, their squad's unbelievable. I don't think they've got any injuries. Obviously they play Man United tonight. Big match. I never ever want to say these words, and I've never thought they'd come out of my mouth, but I kind of do hope United get something tonight, even though I do think Liverpool stuffed them, but that's for obvious reasons though. I do think Liverpool absolutely stuffed them though. Hard to think which fullback you could get. Yeah, exactly, mate. I'm thinking off my head there. I came up with Regulon, Taliafico, what right backs are available. Obviously Walker's our number 1 right back. Cancelo's our number 1 left back. There's not many fullbacks about these days. I mean, there is, but the top fullbacks, like you look at your Robertsons, Trents, Cancelo's, Walkers, are already playing for good clubs, you know. It is difficult to say. If you know any yourself, let me know. I'm trying to think of right backs now. I do like Pallard at Bayern Munich, the French lad. He's always been a good player. I did actually like Danilo at City. Obviously he's at Juventus now, but we got the better end because we swapped him for Cancelo, and I knew we got the better end of the deal there. 2018-19 season again, run it back. Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's a carbon copy, isn't it? It's going to end up like that as well. I honestly think, I don't know if you'll agree with me, Chris, but I think it's going to go down the last day when we play Villa and you play, who do you play again? Is it Wolves? I think you play Wolves, don't you? It'll go down to that. And you look at what the consequences will be that day. Stevie G, manager of Aston Villa, an ex-Liverpool legend, well, a Liverpool legend, obviously still loves Liverpool. He'll want to do his team a favour. It'll be so interesting. It'll go down to the wire. And I think both teams are going to keep winning as well to the last game. I can't see either team dropping points, if I'm being honest. Taliafico's like his score linked every Sunday. Yeah, it is, mate. He's always linked with us, always. His name's always mentioned, whether I look at a website or I'm on Facebook or on the transfer rumours part. His name's everywhere. It's always mentioned. He's a good player though, I think. He's obviously Argentina's main left back. I know he's been good for Ajax for a few years. The fans always speak highly of him. It'd be a good option. I'd definitely take him. If we had the chance to sign him, I'd take him. Big step up from the Dutch league though, massive. I mean, that's one of the other poor leagues in Europe that's nowhere near the standards of the Premier League. I mean, Ajax are a decent team, but you look at how they've done the Champions League. I think they got knocked out the group stages, didn't they? Says it all. Oh no, they've done well, didn't they? They got to the was it last 16 of quarter-finals? They actually did all right. Obviously, one year they got to the semi-finals, got beat by Tottenham, but they normally get knocked out the group stages, which I think speaks the volumes of that league. You know, He looks a very good player though, and he plays for Argentina. But yeah, I think a striker left back is a good shout. We don't really need anything else. All right in midfield. We've got good centre backs. Can't argue with the centre backs really. What Ake, Stones, Laporte, Diaz, it's good enough for me. We're alright in the goalkeeping department. I know Stefan had a bad game against Liverpool, but he's a very good backup keeper, I still think. Even though he did make that horror mistake. I don't think he'll play it a long time now. I think the next time he'll play will be next season. I think Ederson will play all the games now, 100%. He should have played against Liverpool. I actually had this debate with someone. Ederson should have started that match. It was a massive game, an FA Cup semi-final against a world-class team. I don't know why he put Stefan in goal. Liverpool played Alisson, we should have played Ederson, that's my argument. But I know these managers like Klopp and Guardiola, they do tend to like to mix it about a bit and stick with the cup keepers, but for me, in a massive game like that, you play your best goalkeeper, and sadly, it bit us on the arse. But we can't dwell on it now because it's done. I know who I would have rather had in goal though, to be quite honest. You know, you always play your best goalkeeper in the big games. You play your best team really, don't you? But yeah, you look at the end of the season now, what's at stake? So for us, Manchester City, we've got the Premier League and the Champions League. I think for me, we need to win all of our games in the league to win the Premier League, because I think Liverpool are going to keep winning as well. And we need to knock Real Madrid out over 2 legs, which won't be easy, it'll be very tough. I know they were beaten by Chelsea last week, but to beat them overall, they are beatable, Real Madrid, but we'll need to be our best to beat them over 2 legs, I believe, especially with the amount of goals Benzema scores. We're going to have to watch him because he's an absolute handful. They've still got Modric pulling the strings in midfield. Toni Kroos as well, another good player who I've always rated. Camavinga, the young French lad. Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo down the wings. They've got a good team. They're way top of La Liga. We'll have to be our best to beat them over 2 legs, but I do believe we can beat them over 2 legs. I'm very confident. I think Liverpool will definitely beat Villarreal over 2 legs, if I'm being honest. And yeah, we'll have to win all of our games in the league to win the league, I think. Should Liverpool be thinking out themselves? They'll be thinking out the Champions League, and obviously they've got the FA Cup final against Chelsea, which will be a really good game. A really, really good game. We play Wolves. Yeah, that's right, I thought you did, mate. It's at Anfield, isn't it? I actually think you could drop more points as you're not likely. I can't see the rest of that comment, mate. You're right to just put it through for us. Cheers. As you've already dropped silly points. Yeah, I know that's the worry. That is the worry, sadly. We have dropped stupid points this season. I'm trying to think of the silly ones we have dropped. We've dropped a few bad ones, I know that. I think we drew against Southampton at home, beginning of the season. We should have thrashed them. We had loads of chances as well, but again, not having a striker bit us. Crystal Palace recently, how we didn't win that game I'll never know. It was the most frustrating game I've ever watched. We must have had 30 shots at least at their goal and none of them went in. I mean, they defended brilliantly, Palace, but we should have won that match. So yeah, there is the possibility we will drop points. I look at the last games we've got. I look at the 2 tough games I'm going to pick out, which I think we could drop points in. West Ham away, very, very good team, West Ham. It'll be tough away there. And Wolves away will be tough. Wolves have been very good this season. I think they're the only 2 matches we can drop points in. I am confident we'll win the rest quite easy. I think we'll beat Brighton Wednesday night. I think we'll beat Aston Villa. I think we'll win our other games, but I think if we are going to drop points, if we did, you look at them 2 games. West Ham are a good team, aren't they? Especially going away there, it won't be easy. I think we drew there last season as well. Sorry, can you hear me there, guys? I think, yeah, we drew at West Ham last season. We struggled as well, but we're obviously a different team now. You know, it's massive, isn't it? You know, we can't drop any more silly points. For me, to win the Premier League, we'll have to win all of our games. Are we capable of that? Yes, we are. But you turn up in later stages of the season, we do, mate, we both do. You look at the 18-19 season, I think we pretty much both teams had won all of our remaining games. It was absolutely amazing form from both teams. We really turned on the tempo then. I think it's going to be the same. I think City and Liverpool will pretty much win all the games. I do, honestly. I think Liverpool will win tonight. I do. So I think you'll return the league. Yeah, it's a fair shout, mate. It's a fair shout. I actually said a few weeks back, I thought Liverpool would be the game we'd lose. Obviously, where we got the 2-2 draw. Which ended up being a decent result for us, because if we do win all of our games, we'll win the Premier League, and Chris himself thinks we will win the Premier League because we'll win all of our games. It's fair enough, mate. So if we are going to slip up and you win all yours, you'll win the league. It's basically like that, isn't it? And we do have the better running. I do think that we do have the better running. I'm sure Chris will agree. But we have to win games. We have to win them games. Doesn't matter saying we've got the better running, because we do. We have to turn up and win them matches. You know, it's as simple as that. We have to turn up and we have to win the matches. You know, and I think Liverpool. Liverpool have got, I think, United tonight. Tottenham away, I think that'll be the toughest one for Liverpool. But I think again they're capable of winning it, and they've got Everton. They were obviously. I do think Liverpool win that though at Anfield. They were fighting for their lives. They still need to win games, Everton, to stay up. Yeah, I've got to see Burnley appoint as their new manager as well. I agree we will win our remaining games, both of us. I agree, mate. I think City and Liverpool will win all the games now to end the season. As I said, there's a few potential banana skins for City, West Ham away, Wolves away, but I do think we'll turn up and win them. But you can never say never, can you? I bet you'll think the same about Tottenham away and United tonight. You know, I do think you'll beat United and maybe Everton. I think your toughest game is Tottenham away. From the Liverpool fans I've spoken to, they're worried about Tottenham away the most, because Tottenham will be playing for top four, really, won't they? They haven't got top four yet. They need to win more games still. But I think if Liverpool are on the best that day, I think they'll have way too much for Tottenham. A much better team. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be a great end to the season, I know that. It's going to be very, very nervy as well. For Liverpool and City fans. I'll be nervous. I'm sure Chris will himself. It'll be a nervy ending to the season. Just like 18-19. Go down to the last day, I know it will. That's what I'm thinking. You know, and Chris has said himself there, which he's nailed it, spot on, mate. Dangerous games, teams playing for something it is. Tottenham will be playing for top four. I think United don't really have anything to play for now. Their top four hopes are gone. Everton will be playing to stay up. You look at us, I think West Ham, to be fair, West Ham are going to focus on the Europa League now. I think they've kind of pushed the league away a bit. You could tell with when they drew against Burnley the other day. But you got Wolves, who could be fighting for a European place. It'll be a big match, you know. We do play Brighton tomorrow night. I think they're pretty much safe. Got 2 good wins, but I expect us to beat them, if I'm being quite honest. Yeah, Tottenham one I'm worried about under Conte too. Yeah, mate, yeah. They're a good team under Conte. They're definitely better than they were under the previous manager. Was it Jose Mourinho? Definitely better under Conte than him. They did get beat at the weekend off Brighton, but I think if Liverpool turn them on the day, Liverpool will sweep them away, I expect. But the beat us as well, I keep forgetting. We're on about silly points City have dropped this season. Tottenham beat us at the Etihad 3-2. We were terrible defensively that match, though. We were a mess. The goals we give in were shocking. I don't know what happened that day. But they are a good team, Tottenham. They beat us. They beat us twice this season. They beat us at the first game of the season at the Tottenham Stadium. They're a threat, but they can be beaten as well. I'm disappointed we lost twice to them this season. I can't believe they've done the double overs. They'll be the only team to do that as well. Is what it is, so yeah. I think what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. I've had a really good chat there about Man City, and obviously the main thing I've spoke about today, Erling Haaland is nailed on to be a City player. Can only hope, a living dream. But we'll see what happens. I hope it gets done. It'll be massive if it does. I think if we sign Haaland, it's a massive statement to the rest of the league. It's a massive statement of intent. Hope it gets done, I really do. But from what I hear from the rumours and everything, it's pretty much a done deal. I really hope so. But it'll be amazing. It'll be a massive signing we need. I think we win Champions League and FA Cup. Fair shouts, mate. I I can't really argue with that. I think it'll be us versus you in the final. What a final that'll be. I think anyone can win it. Probably, obviously, we want the Champions League, don't we? It's what we all want. Whether we get it, I don't know. We'll see. I think you'll return the league. Fair shot, mate. What it's looking like. I'm sure. I'd rather be the other way around personally. I'd rather win the Champions League. It's what we need to be in an elite club apparently, but it's not just about that. We do need to win a Champions League a lot. It mean a lot to us City fans. But to me it would anyway. Can't see City without a trophy, neither can I, mate. We'll definitely win something. We've won 11 trophies in 4 years, or is it 11 or 12? Never gets spoke about. What an amazing achievement that is. How many have United won in 4 years? Nothing. City without a trophy is like Gemma Collins losing weight. Yeah, exactly, mate. We always win a trophy, always. Even if it's just the Carabao Cup, which we didn't win this season, actually. We actually didn't win it for once. I wanted the league because not lifting in front of the fans. Yeah, I think Liverpool won the league when COVID was really bad and there was no fans in stadiums, which will have been a sucker punch, really, to lift it in an empty stadium. But I know there was fans outside, but it's not the same. You'd rather be in the stadium celebrating. Yeah, it's the same when Rangers won the Scottish League. They'd won the Scottish League for the first time in years and years, and the fans had to celebrate outside because the COVID was bad, but it's good that we've got some normality now. So it'd be a good time if Liverpool were going to win the league. It'd be a good time to win it now. With normality back, pretty much. It was all what we wanted. The country's finally up and running again. Yeah, I would say that with hope. It's hoping that it doesn't go tits up again, but yeah. But guys, I'm going to get myself off. Go and enjoy my day off work. I'll hopefully do another stream soon or a video. Really enjoyed doing this. Really enjoyed communicating with people. I want to thank the people that have stopped by, who I've seen in the comments. Chris and Paul, thanks for joining, lads. Appreciate it. You know, it means a lot, you tuning in. Thanks Chris, mate. Thanks Paul, mate. It means a lot.